Our next topic is Activity 1. Aim to make a musical drum. Materials required: cylindrical aluminium cans, thick balloons, rubber band, crumpled tissue papers, pencil, and insulation tape. So, here in this activity, we are making a musical drum using these materials. Procedure is: first, use the balloon as a membrane. You understand what's a membrane? So we are using the balloon as a thin sheet, over the aluminium can. Then we must wrap the rubber band around the balloon to keep the balloon and can intact, so that the balloon will not move. After that, cover the other cans with balloons, but vary the stretch each time. That means, so if we are taking 3 cans, then we will stretch the balloon over the cans in different amount. Somewhere we will stretch it a little bit more. Somewhere in one can we will stretch it a little bit more, in another can we'll stretch it a little bit less, like that. Each time we will stretch it differently in each can, in each time. After that, make a pair of drumsticks by wrapping the crumpled tissue papers at the end of a pencil. So, using tissue paper and pencil, we are making the drumsticks. After that, we will beat the membranes on the cans with these drumsticks. If possible, take different set of cans and cover the cans with other materials like plastic and artificial leather. So they are saying that we can cover it with balloon for all, and you can also try covering it with different materials like plastic and like other artificial leather. So what do you see? What do you observe? Listening to this itself, you would have done it before while playing, kids play. So all this, in each case, the sound will be different. Yes, when the membrane's thickness is different, you will observe that the sound will vary. Similarly, when the materials are different, in one you have plastic, in one you have balloon, in one you have tin, artificial leather, in all these cases you will have different sounds produced. Yes, so our observation and conclusion: the quality and loudness of the sound from the drum, it depends on the various factors. So the quality, you understand, the quality means the uniqueness, and loudness of the sound from the drum, these drums that we have made, it depends on various factors like the nature of the material, that means what material is it made up of, and how much stretch we are giving to the membrane. To make the membrane, how much we are stretching it. Yes, stretching the membrane only is equal to like tuning the instrument. Do you understand? A tabla player will stretch the instrument like that. Similarly, we stretch the strings while playing guitar, right? So stretching the instrument, the string or the membrane will tune the instrument, according to our need. So we understand from here that the uniqueness or the quality and the loudness of the sound, it depends upon the nature of the material and the stretch of the membranes. You can try making this in your home, and you can try this experiment. Our next topic is monotone. Tone is determined with respect to the pitch, quality, and strength of the sound. Already we have discussed about pitch, quality and strength of the sound. Now, monotone sounds are the sounds that are produced in an unvaried manner. Unvaried manner means there is no difference, in the pitch, in the quality, in the strength. There is no variation. You understand? Suppose if I keep on speaking without any change in my tone, without any change or variation, without any effects, without any expressions, then even if you hear me, you will feel monotonous or boring. It's like in the same way I'm speaking. So it will not enter your head. It will enter only when I express each word. So suppose a person is speaking in different pitch, different quality, different strength of the sound, it will help the topic to become more interesting, right? Suppose Rahul ate an ice cream. Rahul ate an ice cream, if I say so, it makes a difference. Okay, it makes it more interesting. But in the first case, it was unvaried manner. My pitch, my quality, my strength, it was unchanged. The sound remained unchanged. Then the sound is known as monotone. Similarly, a beep sound, suppose beep, it's a monotone. Okay, similarly, if you have different sounds, or if the sound is going up and down, there is a variation, then it is not called as monotone. But if there is no variation, there is no change in the pitch, quality and strength of the sound, then it is called as monotone. Clear? In other words, monotone is the one which does not have any variation in the pitch or loudness. Suppose in a seminar hall, if a person gives speech with variation in pitch, and the presentation would be very effective and interesting. Yes, suppose a person is expressing everything, giving examples, okay, and in using different tones, so that time it will become more interesting compared to if a person gives speech in an unvaried manner. Okay, however, if the presenter uses monotone sound in his speech, the presentation will be boring. Okay, thus the orator, that means the speaker, varies his loudness to grab the attention of the audience while delivering speech. Even now, I am also trying to grab your attention while I am explaining you something, so that you will understand, so that the topic will become more interesting. Okay, so my loudness will also vary. If it doesn't vary, means it will become boring. Okay, so this is about your monotone. Our next topic is loudness and amplitude. Loudness and amplitude. The ear perceives means understands, able to grab, okay, the loudness and help us to identify the low intensity and high intensity sound. You understand? If I am speaking to you softly, and if somebody is speaking to you loudly, immediately you will be able to find out who is speaking softly and who is speaking loudly. Your ear is able to understand that, okay, identify that. So low intensity sound will be, low intensity means what? It will be less loud, or it will be soft. High intensity means pain in your ear. Okay, so it's like very loud comparing to the first one. So your ear is able to perceive, understand, grab, understand the which is loud, which sound is loud and which is soft. Amplitude determines the loudness of a sound. Okay, amplitude is a term to show the loudness of any sound. As amplitude will increase, loudness also increase. Loudness of the sound also increases. Okay, so actually we used to we used to make a waveform and express the sound using a wave. Okay, and that wave will be you know about the waves, right? The crest and the trough. If you would have studied about the crest and the trough, you will know that it is all about the amplitude. Amplitude means the greatest distance from the mean position to the top position. Okay, the distance between the mean position and the top position, or mean position and the least position. So if it is going in the positive direction, that is positive amplitude, and if it is going that is also amplitude. Okay, that is maximum displacement of the wave from the mean position. Okay, that is called an amplitude, and we can show the amplitude using the graph. You can see the graph in the next page. So where you have more amplitude, there it will be more loud. Loudness of a sound is directly proportional to the square of its amplitude. If the amplitude is double, then the loudness increases by factor of 4. So what is the relation between amplitude and loudness? Is loudness is directly proportional to the square of amplitude. L is directly proportional to A square. So that means if A is double, then loudness will be increasing by factor of 4. Okay, you have a figure 8.4 and you can see there are two graphs. Okay, I told you about expressing the sound in a graph. Yes, so there you can see the maximum displacement. Can you see the arrow with the two heads, arrow with two heads? Okay, that shows the displacement. Where you have more amplitude or maximum displacement of the wave from the mean position, bigger crest and trough, you have it in the next one where it is written louder. So more the amplitude, more loud the sound is. Lesser the amplitude, lesser is the sound. Okay, so where you have quieter, there you have less amplitude. Where you have more amplitude, that is louder. Next we have activity 2. Aim is to show the loudness of sound depends on the amplitude of sound. Materials required is guitar or a violin. The procedure is when you have seen a guitar and you have seen the guitar has strings. Yes, similarly you have seen violin. Violin also has strings. So when you pluck the string of a guitar or when you pluck the string of a violin, when it is softly plucked, then you will see the vibration. Vibration means it is moving up and down. So when it is moving up and down, that time, if it is plucked softly, then it will move slowly. And when the movement is slow, the vibration is slow, okay, that time the sound also will be soft. When you pluck the same string hard, okay, that time the movement is more. The amplitude is also more. You will see that the thing is moving with a greater amplitude. That time the sound produced also will be loud. Okay, so observation is the sound produced when the string is plucked softly is soft sound, and the sound produced when the string is plucked hard is loud. Conclusion is loudness of a sound increases with the increase in the amplitude of vibration. Okay, so when your amplitude is large, loudness will be also large.